I got nothing.
What's wrong?
You know how budget gourmet food is blowing up right now? I was trying to come up with a few recipe ideas.
You should ask Ludger about that. He might have some.
What do you think? Got any ideas for my new budget gourmet menu?
Everything's pink? A pink sushi bowl?
Oh, I get it. Make the rice with plum vinegar, top it with shrimp, salmon, garnish with pink ginger.
That sounds so cute! I want one! Hurry up and get cooking!
Ooh, looks like a hit with the young female demographic.
What if we made it even pinker, like with watermelon chunks? And strawberry mousse!
Let's remember this is a sushi bowl. Don't get crazy with the sweet stuff.
It's about cuteness, not flavor. Down with your anti-pinkist agenda!
The young female demographic is proving to be a tad challenging. Let's head back to the drawing board.
Charleton is always so lively and fun. And they sell great souvenirs!
Ludger, is this your first time visiting Charleton? If there's anything you'd like to know about the city, I would be honored to educate you.
Huh?
Ah, so that's what interests you. As you seem to be aware, wherever people gather, such stories always seem to follow.
They do? But I've never heard of any ghost stories here.
Oh? Even the stories about the Sharrow Manor where you've stayed so many nights?
Huh? We're not falling for your jokes, Rowan!
I'm afraid there's nothing humorous about this. That manor dates back to the era of the 6 ruling houses. Naturally, it has a story or two to tell. Perhaps the most famous is the tale of the Headless Sentry.
Headless Sentry?
Yes. They say he wanders the manor every night, searching for his dismembered head. He opens one door, not there. He moves on to the next room, not there either. And then, with a loud crash, the door to your room suddenly opens. Oh, my. What joy to get such a drastic reaction to my humble tale.
Vera here. I've got urgent news for you. Former Director Krusnik has stolen the Canaan waymarker you recovered.
What?
I've also been given a message for you from a man named Erston. It reads, meet me in front of the Spurious building.
The king!
Very well. We'll continue to pursue former Director Krusnik and keep you updated on our progress.
Oh, hey, Erston. Good news. It looks like your friends finally arrived.
Thanks for the info. Let me know if you hear anything else.
Maybe next time we can chat over drinks.
Sure, first round's on me.
I should have guessed that Gaius was the cause of that hubbub. Oh, right. I was just showing Mila around. She wanted to learn more about Olympius.
You people can't do anything without Spyrix.
You have fun mingling with the locals, Gaius?
Yes, Olympians are really no different from we Riza Maxians, once you get to know them. Yes, you and one other person. Rowan brought me up to speed with what's been happening. So, you're the former Maxwell.
And you're some sort of big shot? Is that it?
The biggest shot. He's a king for crying out loud.
Whoop-de-doo. I'm the Lord of Spirits. Beat that.
I must admit, I'm fascinated. So these fractured dimensions undoubtedly do exist. But I digress. Ludger, I need to know if you're truly worthy of carrying the fate of the world on your shoulders. death.
Seems fair enough.
Dying isn't allowed.
How exactly do you want him to prove it?
Bring me into a fractured dimension, so I might see his actions for myself.
Vera here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. The rift is in Kambalar. Please depart for it immediately.
Perfect timing.
I'll come too. I want to watch you end a world.
You know, Ludger's been doing a pretty good job out there.
I hope you're right.
So, you probably don't know, but I'm a reporter now. Mind if I whip up a human interest piece on you?
That would completely blow my cover.
Oh, no problem. I won't run it until after you finish your work.
Finishing it could take years.
No worries, I can wait.
In that case, do whatever you deem fit.
Awesome, thank you! This will be the story of a lifetime! But hold on, if you wanted to talk to Ludger, why didn't you just call him on his GHS? I can give you his number if you don't have it.
No thanks. Rowan was kind enough to program this, but...
Let me guess. Technology's not exactly your thing?
It's time to show me around one of those fractured dimensions.
Best story ever! Wow, Gaius, you've really managed to adapt yourself to Olympius, huh? Hey, Erston, you've really managed to adapt yourself to Olympius, huh?
Yes, by posing as the scion of a wealthy family from a remote region of the country. They've taken to calling me the prodigal son down at the docks.
You've developed a whole character for yourself. I had no idea you were such a performer.
What's a prodigal son?
The world is in crisis and you're playing make-believe? Maybe you should take this a little more seriously.
Do you agree with that assessment? Indeed. Could a ruler who can't empathize with the lives of the citizenry be trusted in a time of crisis? His ignorance could lead his country to disaster.
A world in crisis means people in crisis. So the more you understand people, the better you can serve them.
So you understand.
As a journalist, I represent the common man.
His Highness really is a great man.
Al, you're not supposed to call him that.
Oh, His Prodigal Highness really is a great man.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I was merely noticing the differences between your hairstyle and Prime Mila's. It's hardly a major interest of mine. It simply caught my eye.
Ah, the silent stalker type.
Stalker?
It simply caught my eye. Any further insinuations on this matter will be considered a declaration of war.
Okay, it simply caught your eye. Gee.
I am pleased you understand.
This guy's even more sensitive than Elle is.
So this is a fractured dimension.
Waymarker response detected. Commence retrieval.
There's a waymarker here.
What do we do?
First, we try to find the thing that sticks out the most from the prime dimension. That's usually the catalyst.
Isn't this your hometown? Notice anything unusual?
It's as if there's a pall in the air.
Well, the first step in reporting is to ask around.
Ah, it's freezing! Why does it have to be so cold here?
You can warm yourself by conserving the energy you use, flapping your tongue, and use it to move your body instead.
Must you always say such tedious things in such a tedious way?
Then your tedious grumbling makes us two of a kind.
You really are a delight. I'm guessing you don't have many friends, huh?
Friends? Indeed, I do not.
That's not true. Weren't the Chimeriad your friends?
It's been a while since I've heard that name.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Wingle, Agria, Zhao, and Pressa. They were Gaius's bodyguards, and they were all super powerful warriors. Yeah, about that.
They aren't anywhere. They're all dead.
Oh.
Oh no.
It was during the war when they opened the schism. We were involved, too.
There's no need for you to feel responsible. Wingle, Zhao, Pressa, and Agria gave their own lives so that I could move forward with mine. The responsibility for their sacrifices rests solely with me, and I will not dishonor them by compromising my goals. That is all you need to know.
Right.
It's so cold.
Is it? I find it quite refreshing for this time of year.
No way! There is no way it gets colder than this! Back me up on this, Ludger. No, right? Mine are turning blue. How come His Highness isn't even shivering?
Kambalar gets coldest at night. Compared to that, this time of day is quite warm.
Colder than it is now? How much colder?
Cold enough that any liquids or vegetables that aren't properly stored will freeze solid shortly after dusk. And of course, if you wanted to open a window, you would need to pour boiling water on it first.
Seriously?
But the cold itself is manageable. The big problem is that the fallen snow never has a chance to melt. Snow removal costs the city an enormous sum in both money and man-hours.
Why don't you just snap your fingers and melt it all away with your magic powers?
Because the melted snow would just freeze solid again, obstructing the roads when it does. The problem is not so easily solved.
Wow, living in cold places is the worst.
Which is why the people here share such a tight bond. That is one advantage no other city can match.
Disperse. The castle is off limits by order of His Highness King Li Ying himself. You shall not pass. If I fail in my duties, he'll kill me too.
Here we go.
Have an appreciation for swords, do you? This is over a century old, handcrafted by a brilliant blacksmith. Perfection.
There he goes again.
Didn't know Gaius had this side of him.